Hello, my name is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr. and I was born July 4th, 1986. Today, I gotta make a disclaimer up front and just say, it's gonna be a hard video. You wanna learn about some dogs, you wanna learn about relationships with dogs. It's gonna be a very challenging video for you to wanna listen to. I just wanna say that if I get deep in your feelings, I don't know you. I don't know anything about what you're doing, how you're doing it. All I know is I'm just a dude out here raising chickens, raising some cows, raising up some dogs, raising up a donkey, raising pigs, and working and playing with all of them. I don't know your life and your position, but I just know a lot of things, and today I gotta speak about something that I just know and it's been deep on my heart, and I just wanna give a disclaimer. If you wanna cancel and shut this off, because I'm in the feelings of like, I don't know, you need to listen to this entire thing that I'm about to say right now more than anyone else. This is for you. If you got it in your heart, you're just like, I can't, no, that's not right. Something's going on there. You got this confliction going on where I'm gonna say is, just part of my faith and what I believe in is that's where we start to get better. If we weren't run away from that every time, we're never going to get into a better place in our life. We're always going to continuously keep on struggling. So what I want to say today is, and to the guy, if you still watching my YouTube channel videos that gave me this inspiration today, you just send me an email with a screenshot of your username and send me your Cash App, your Zelle, whatever. I got to send you some money. You need at least $100 for this inspiration that I've been having this past month, and that's to do something with your dogs. And the thing I want to talk about today is you cannot buy your way into your dog's heart. You cannot spend enough money to get your dog to respect you. You cannot purchase enough items to get your dog to pay attention to you. You have to do stuff with your animal, and that is the only way you're going to get what you need. You cannot pay enough for someone else to do something to your dog, to bring your dog back to you, to make sure that it's going to love you, appreciate you, respect you, be care for you, be kind to you, be compassionate to you, and give you any sort of respect. You are the only one that is able to do that, and that is by doing stuff with your dog. And not only just doing stuff of let's have play sessions and let's do this, let's play with our toys and this and that. No, that has nothing to do with it. You can play with your dog with playing fetch all day, every day. That does not mean that your dog is going to show you any sort of respect. The number one way that we are able to get this respect that we're looking for from our dogs is to get them through their fears, their insecurities, the things that trouble them, the things that scare them, the things that are just worrying them, the anxiousness that they have. We have to get them through those. And you cannot pay someone to do that for you. That's the thing with dogs that's different than humans. You could do that to a child, maybe, still not. But you could send a kid off to boarding school and they come back as being a nice, strong, successful person. But that doesn't mean that they're gonna give you that respect with the teachers that they gave. And that's the main thing that goes on here with especially with dogs. I can get your dog to respect me, love me, appreciate me, and cherish me. But I can't force that animal to do that to you. You cannot pay enough money. I do not care what kind of food you give that dog. I don't care what kind of treats you get that dog. I don't care what kind of toys you get that dog. I walk into a lot of households and y'all got treat boxes that are deep. I'm gonna give him another toy. I'm gonna give him another toy. And the main thing that, here's gonna come the part where you're gonna, I don't want to get in your feelings, but I just got to say what I got to say. The main thing is you do this in a way of trying to think that it's going to make up for the, say, neglect that you're doing. This happens in the households with kids, with everything. And this shows with dogs. You are thinking that if I buy him another toy, that'll make up for the walks that we haven't been doing. That'll make up for the times that I haven't been spending with them. That'll make up for the times that I'm always yelling at him and telling him to get out of the kitchen and get out of my life and get out of my bedroom, get out of the way. If I give him better treats and more treats, that'll be able to fix the situation where the main word that I'm gonna say is being neglectful. Just looking at that animal as, I'll get to you later. I'll get to you another time. I'll get to you in a different way. I'll get to you when I'm ready for it. As opposed to realizing that there's some stuff that you just absolutely have to do, and I do not care how tired you are. I do not care how lonely you are. I do not care how depressed you are. I do not care how anxious you are. There's some things that you have to do. And that's where you're gonna run into issues with your dog. You're gonna say, oh, it's raining, it's too wet out, it's too cold out, so we're not gonna go. What do you think that animal is going to happen to that animal when you're constantly doing that? And you're going to go and buy a toy thinking, oh, that'll fix him from having to take him out for a walk every day. I'll just buy more toys. You are creating an extreme level of disrespect. Extreme level, because the animal does not understand that in the same way the children do not understand that. You cannot come and abuse an animal and then give it toys or treats or whatever to think that that's going to fix the issue. And this is going on in a lot of households. A super lot. You think that I just give them more food and keep them fat and not take them for walks is going to be able to satisfy the situation that's going on here. And that is not, absolutely not going to work. You have to get up and you have to do something. You have to take your dog where you want to take your dog. You got to do stuff with your dog that you want to do with your dog. And I'm saying again, not playing with them, but taking them around and doing stuff with them. This is the biggest thing of why I'm going to say that, again, the homeless people's dogs are nice because they take the initiative to get up and do something. When the dog is scared, they do something. They work them through that. When the dog is needing something because it's feeling insecure, they get up and they do something. When they see the dog is not sures and I don't knows, they get up and they do something, and they're doing it and working it over and over and over again. And then that dog builds a bond with that human that is for lifetime, that is basically unbreakable. Because that dog is in a high level of respect because that person has been able to get them through what they're struggling with. If you're just allowing the dog to be scared and trying to work around it, this is where I go 100% away from the purely positive style training. Because if the dog is scared, we need to get that dog past that hump of being scared so that we can move him into or her into a better position so that now that they are more secure. If you leave the dog unsecure, the dog is struggling, and it's going to struggle and struggle. Hey, Oreo, all done. It's going to struggle and struggle and struggle, and it's never going to be able to really give you that love and compassion that you're looking for because it's scared. And if it thinks that you are also, that's what's going on. It thinks that you are also scared with it. So that's where you're going to start butting heads because the dog's like, how am I going to respect you when you are scared of that as well? How am I going to trust you when you are scared of that as well? That's why your dogs are going crazy outside on leash and just going absolutely maddening because they don't respect you. And they're looking at you in a way of like, if you are scared, what's happening? And that's why dogs are going to always flock to those that are doing and getting them past that because they're like, this dude's not scared of anything. This chick's not scared of anything. I'm going to stay with that. That's the leader that the dogs are looking for. Not the leader in the sense of I'm going to control and dominate and dictate. That's trash. Again, that's trash. You cannot train a dog. You cannot force a dog. You cannot dictate to a dog. You cannot give enough treats to a dog to respect you. And that is something that every single dog owner on this planet really just needs to understand. You really need to understand that. I got to get you out of here. Or you can actually push him for a little while. That rooster's crow is savage. But you cannot do any of that to get your dog to really just appreciate you in any sort of way. It is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And that's the lies that I'm going to say are constantly going on out here. The thing is, you cannot neglect your dog and think that one day it's going to get better because you give it more toys. You just can't. You have to do things. And you can't sit there and put these scenarios in your brain. Oh, your dogs are like this because of where you live. I get this said to me a lot. My dogs are nice because I live on a farm and I get them to be able to run free and be able to do and get it. If you are not willing to allow your dog to run free right now, you are not going to allow your dog to run free on my property out here. And I'm going to tell you this right here, right now. My property and what I do in anyone's farm is more dangerous than the world out there because I have more danger out here that is a threat that can kill my dogs than anything else. The main danger in the neighborhood is cars. I have a danger of cows here. I have a danger of a donkey out here. I have a danger of protection dogs out here. If your dog wants to try and go and run and free and just start chasing my cows, my bull will let it happen for a little bit. But after a little while, he's going to get a little frustrated and say, leave my ladies alone. And he's going to come in and do something. And if your dog isn't tough enough to push this bull away, and I've only seen one dog still that's able to do that, and that's my border collie. I've never seen another dog able to move this animal. This bull will kill your dog. I don't know if people know what bulls are capable of and how they are and what their intensity is all about. They have weight and they have speed and they have agility and they have stamina. They're not some weak, pathetic, slow moving, lazy animals. They are tough. And if you have your dog running free, doing what it's doing and have no recall on it, you're going to have a dead dog in about 5 minutes because the bull is going to kill it. He's going to kick it. He's going to stomp it. He's going to destroy your dog. Same thing with the donkey. I don't know if y'all know, donkeys are not the donkey in Winnie the Pooh that they're just, oh, dude, little Eeyore that's like goofy and dumb. No, donkeys are serious about business and they are coyote, dog, raccoon, skunk killers. They kill animals and protect the land. That's their job. That's their duty. That's their purpose. So if you got a dog that you have no recall on that's just going to go out there and think it's going to start chasing a donkey around, why do you think a lot of farm dogs' tails are docked? It's so that the donkey can't kill it because the donkey is not only bigger, not only faster, not only has 1,000 more ability with stamina not only is quicker in agility, but it is way, way faster. So the donkey will let him chase it for a while. It'll chase it. The donkey will run and run and run. And if you do not have a recall on your dog to get it to come back to you, that donkey is going to grab your dog and it's going to stomp it and it's going to kill it in 10 seconds. The donkeys are no joke. And then if you got your dog that thinking you got no recall on it and no control on it, and you bring it around here and it starts chasing my chickens too much, you're going to have a great Pyrenees that knows what his job is, knows what his role is. You're going to have a dog that is over 140 pounds come look at your dog in its face and put a lot of threat, like, I'm going to get you out of here. That's what a great Pyrenees is meant to do, to protect their flock, to protect their animals. And that dog is going to kill your dog because it's destroying and getting in the middle of his work. Farm is dangerous. It is not the place to just dogs run and free and have fun. That is not what it is. And people are constantly saying that, oh, if I had this, then my dog would that. No, if you can't do it now in your safe neighborhood, you can't do it free and let them run anywhere. I promise you that, and I guarantee you that. The reason why your dog is not doing what you want because you do not get up and do stuff with your dog. That's the simple truth. That's the simple reality. You cannot pay enough money to get them to be nice. There's not enough money on this planet. You could be a multi-billionaire and your dog is still not going to give a crap about you. It doesn't care about the money. It doesn't care about the luxuries you give it. It doesn't care about any of that. It cares about what you do for them. Man, that is just the most powerful comment that I'm going to stick with this for the rest of my life. That it is just what it is. Do stuff with your dog. I'm telling you, the reason you're failing right now is because you're not getting up and making stuff happen. Because you're thinking that, oh, it'll get fixed later. Oh, another time this. Oh, I'm too tired. Oh, I'm too this. I'm hurting right now. Oh, it's too cold. Oh, it's too hot. Oh, it's raining too much. Oh, it's snowing too much. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. Oh, my kids. Oh, I had too much work to do today. We've got a million excuses to stack on, as opposed to just getting up and making something happen. That is the number one tool that you need in a toolbox. And this is the only video you'll need to figure out how to be able to get a better dog. Period. You're not going to do anything more than just do something with your animal to be able to get it in a better place. You are not going to watch another video to figure out this is the aha moment right here. This is just a hard truth that is just, you need to just hear it and understand it and get it in your brain and start to realize this is just what it is. And this is something for me that I've been talking to someone a little bit that really got it in me. I'm not here to show you how to do anything. Because I'm a firm believer of Jesus Christ. I'm a firm believer in my Bible. I'm a firm believer of what everyone wants to do on Christmas. And I think we don't really even understand that much anymore, what the message is behind it and what the meaning is. That we got all this different manipulation of what it all is and what's going on with it. But the real true core of what was happening on it and why we get together and do what we do. And the biggest thing is, God's not here to show you nothing. He's here to explain some things to you so that you can hear it. He's going to give you the truth, and you got to hear the truth. You're not going to see the truth. You got to hear the truth. You're going to hear it. Y'all still messing with homie? Come here. You got to hear it, and then you're going to end up getting to the point that you understand it. But you're not going to see anything. You're not going to be able to see I see it, now I believe it. No, you got to be able to hear it. If you're still looking to see something, that's where I'm going to say you're still lacking. You're not quite up to par yet. You're still in learning stages. We're all in learning stages, but you're still at the stage where come here. Johnny here, Oreo here. Johnny, you get down right there. Oreo, you get down right there. You're still in the stages of disbelief that you think that the next best thing, the next thing you could buy, the next item, the next this, the next that is what's going to be able to bring that greatness to you, that fulfillment to you, that peace to you, that joy to you, the everything that you're looking for. And it's not. It's us being able to hear something and put that hearing into action. And that's the biggest struggle I had in my life, with trying to figure out how to get out of the, say, funk that I was in, the struggles I was in, the ways of just doom and gloom, and everything sucks and no one's good and everything's bad and everything is just horrible, everything is trash. To get out of that, to get out of me having such a huge ego of I need to be the best looking, I need to show off, I need to do something to prove to somebody that I am somebody. I just don't care. What I do out here is my life. I don't have nothing to show off, to prove to anything. This, what I do, and you see what I do, is what I do every single day. This is my life. I'm not going to stage something purposely to make it look like I'm better than I am. I'm doing what I do each day. I lay food down so all the chicks can come, and this is what I do every single day, twice a day. all day. This is just my life. I'm not going to show off. And a lot of people have to do that to try to validate themselves, to make themselves be something. And I'm telling you, that's not going to be able to bring you the success. It's you doing something yourself is going to bring you the success. You cannot buy your way out of this. You can't. You cannot send your dog off to no boot camp and have it come back and it's going to be good to go now. You can't do that. The main thing I'm going to say is you're going to send your dog off to boot camp and it's going to come back and you're going to have to constantly keep on relying upon what? Equipment, prong collars, e-collars, treats, and you're not getting the correct information of how to like get away from that. That's the biggest thing that we are all struggling with, is getting away from those items. And the only way, and I'm going to say it one more time, the only way you're going to get away from equipment is by building the relationship with your dog, is by getting your dog past its fears, its insecurities, its stress, its problems, its issues, it's all of that. That's what's going to get you to get away from the equipment. If your dog is still scared and is still nervous, you are still going to need to rely and require upon equipment and treats. You are not going to get away from it. There's a disconnect going on here that we're thinking that if I keep my e-collar on, we're going to be good. And it's an interesting comment that I used to do this. I use my e-collar as a backup just in case. And then I finally one day said, you know what? I got to take that off, because if my relationship is good, why do I have this sense of superiority that I can control this animal in a just in case even scenario? And I realized that my relationship got even better, because now when I saw my dog doing something that I'm like, oh, I'm not sure, I no longer would just give him a stem on the collar. I would have to like figure this out now. I'd have to like know that I got to communicate this effectively. I can't just rely upon a piece of equipment. I have to communicate my words, my body, my being to be able to get the dog back. And I realized that it amped my relationship up just tenfold. And overnight, in one day, in one time, I took the dog out without it and just said, let's just be free. Because when he's doing something I'm not sure, I'm just like, we got to figure it out. I got nothing on me. I got nothing. So we're going to figure that out. And the first time that the dog realized that I was figuring out what was going on, instead of just giving him that bump on that collar, he's like, what's up, buddy? This is all that I've been looking for the whole time. Trust me some. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what's going on here. And I realized things got way better in one walking session. And then now today, continuing on, it's upgrading to a point that it just brings nothing but joy to me. I see this animal and I'm just like absolutely blown away. And that doesn't come by giving them treats. And that doesn't come by giving them more pressure on any sort of piece of equipment. It comes by being able to get him through what he was scared of, what he was nervous of, what he didn't know. I had a dog that was scared of walking under bridges because of the cars going over, making weird bumping sounds. The first day it was savage. This dude was just everywhere. He's like trying to run away, and then we worked through that. And I watched the dog get better and better and better day by day by getting him through these problems and not running away from it, but putting him in it. That's something that we just love to do, is to run away from things. And that's why we buy all the treats. That's why we buy all the toys, because we're running away from doing what it is that we need to do. We are constantly running away as a people, as opposed to just hitting it head on and just realizing I got to do something. I got to make something happen right now. I cannot just keep running away from this. I have to put in action right now. I absolutely have to. And that's my main message that I have to say to you. Stop worrying about what you're going to see that's going to be able to give you the information to get better. But listen, so that you could change what you're thinking. You could change what's going on in your day-to-day, so that you could finally be able to get yourself into a better place. And if you're coming to, that's the main thing that I'm going to constantly and consistently keep on doing with every single one of my videos. I'm not here to show off what I'm capable of doing. That's pointless. I'm here to make sure that I can communicate something effectively to you so that you're able to understand a concept so that you can go ahead and put it into practice. Me showing you things is going to get you to get away from what it is that's actually going to help you, because then you're not going to be paying attention to what the reality is. What I do with my dogs is, to some people, it looks like a magic show that I put on. And I don't want to show anybody that, to make you think and feel that you are incapable of doing what it is that you're doing. And that's what we have come down to as a people today, especially today. With all the social media, the Instagram and the Facebook and all this stuff, we don't do because we're like, oh, they're doing it better, so I'm not going to be able to get it like that, so I'm not even going to try. Heck no, that's so silly for us to do. You got to do what you got to do. You got to make happen what you got to make happen. And it doesn't mean that who cares what someone else is going to think or say or believe or be of it. You know, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I work all kinds of animals. I play with chickens. I got hundreds of them, man. I got cows. I live a strange life. People have no idea. I go out from here and people look at me and they're like, oh, where do you live? What do you do? They have no idea what it is that I do. And I'm constantly, I'm what you gonna say as a farmer. I just processed a whole freezer's worth of chicken yesterday. That was my Christmas day. Slaughtering, processing, packaging chicken. That's what I was doing. And that's my life. That's what I'm all about. This is what I do. And I listen to so many people, and even all in my family, like, that's stupid. That's too much work. That's this, that's that, that's here, that's it, that's it. It's just so much negativity, so much. And it's just, why am I gonna not do what it is that I need to do? Because of all the negativity that's out there. Because of all that, what someone's gonna say, it doesn't look pretty enough, it doesn't look good enough. No, do what you gotta do and make happen what you need to make happen. And stop just putting it off to the side that it'll get there one day. It's not gonna get there one day. You gotta get up and you gotta make it happen now. And you're not gonna be able to just buy your way out of this. You have to do something. You have to make something happen. You can't just expect that it's just gonna, you can't just, I don't know, y'all ain't been around like 100 chickens before. It is just fascinating. That's why I just keep on raising and hatching more and more, because it just gets more and more interesting the more that I keep on getting, because they have a sense about them that is just, it is comical. It's a TV show to just sit and watching what they do. And it's something about that. That's a whole another half of my life that I don't even talk about, that I really want to be able to talk about, but I don't know if I'm ready to talk about yet. And that's raising your own food and being able to raise some animals and being able to have some fun with it and being able to just experience more of this life than just watching movies all day, than just sitting down and just playing video games all day. There's way more to this life that is just absolutely incredible. But the one thing is, you actually got to get up and do something. And that's the part where a lot of us get jammed up. And that's why, for me, it's confusing on why we got a lot of people out here that are, I'm struggling with my dog, but yet you're not doing anything. You're thinking that you're gonna buy another toy from a BarkBox or Bark.com. I'm not trying to hate on these companies, but they're doing a phenomenal job at being able to give people products to think that that's gonna substitute for doing stuff. They've gotten psychologically into your brains. There's huge channels out here that's all they push is products. They're so smart at using this stuff to get into your brain of, I know you're not doing anything, so buy them this, and this will make them love you. If you buy them this, and you spend 60 bucks a month on this subscription, your dog's gonna love you more. That's the psychological games that these marketing companies and these companies are playing with you. And you're not getting any success. You're realizing, dang, my dog is chewing up toys like savageness. Just chewing them up, just chewing them to smithereens of pieces. And you're wondering, are they eating this stuff? Like, what's going on here? They're chewing it up because you're not doing anything. You're not gonna be able to give your animal the satisfaction it needs by just using your money. You are not gonna do that. And that is why a homeless person's dog is the most premium dog on our planet. In America, at least. I don't know about too many other countries, but in America, a homeless person, you got nice dogs. Y'all got the best dogs that everybody only wishes that they can have, because they do something. They're not spending their money to try to get the dog to like them. They're not spending money to try to get the dog to care about them and look their way. They're putting their actions in. They're putting their body in. They're putting what they do. They're getting them past their fears. They're putting them in situations that they're nervous, and they're like, we're gonna work through this, man. We're gonna get past this. I know you're scared right now, but we're gonna be fine, because I'm not. We're fine. Everything is okay. That's what they're doing. They're not buying them things. They're not buying them nothing, clearly. Not clearly, but so not everyone ain't homeless, just homeless. But most people that are homeless are trying their best to not spend money. They're trying their absolute best. They're not gonna go out there and buy this $60 a month, $80 a month, $120 a month subscription from some dog treat and toy company to make sure that their dogs pay attention to them. They just put in action. They get stuff done. And that's something that is required if you want to own a dog, is to do something and not think that you could spend your way there. Man, I don't know why. I don't know why we've, as a people, have gotten so disconnected with animals, thinking that they're just some like stuffed animal in a way, thinking that they're just some insignificant being, thinking that they're just some computer that you could just program and control. They're very, very free thinking individuals, and they're all unique individuals. And it's for us as a human to look at that animal, that dog, and say, hey, what is it about you that I want to be able to make better, to get into a better place with? As opposed to looking at the animal as it's always wrong and it's always bad, and I gotta fix the bad stuff. Why don't you work on the good stuff so that the bad stuff just disappears? Something to just think about, people. Think about that concept. That I know I used to be in that mindset real harshly of what's wrong, and I'm waiting for the wrong. I'm waiting to correct you. I'm waiting to say no. Why don't you like get in your mind of, I can't wait to be able to say, yes, I like this. Like, Johnny, that's looking good. Yes, that's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. As opposed to just waiting for that chance that no, 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 no. You're setting up for failure. And you're setting up for failure in a way that your dog is going to start to disrespect you even more. And then you're going to try to make it better by giving them more stuff. It doesn't work, people. And dogs are amazing because they're just a tool to be able to show us, to teach us, to guide us as human beings of who you are. Because I'll know real quick who you are by seeing how your dog is and what's going on with your dog. Are you a person that gets up and does just no matter what? Or are you a person that just ignores and just tries to shove stuff at them to try to make the situation get better? Think real hard about what your dog is in a reflection. The same, what I'm going to say with your kids in reality. You got your kids all day, every day. They're a reflection of what it is that we do as parents. And with any dog in your home, they're a reflection of what we do as human beings. If the dog is just, I'm not going to go there that deep. We're going to leave it right there. And I just greatly appreciate every single person that is desiring to get into a better place with your dog. And I'm going to tell you this right now. The way that you're going to get there is to get up and go do something. Get up and make something. Get up and watch them. Get up and study them. Get up and take them places. Get up and work with them. Not sits, downs, heels, and all this. Working with them by taking them into the environment with you. You want to go to the store real quick to go get you some coffee? Load your dog in the car and go get your coffee. I mean, they even give you got dog stuff to even get there as well. Load your dog up, take them there. You taking your kids to the park? Load your dog up, take your dog to the park. You want to go for a walk? You feeling a little sick right now? Get your dog on a leash and take them for a walk right now. Everything that you do, get your dog up and take them out. We have so many stores today that allow dogs to go into. Get your dog and take them to the store. Get to the Depot, get to the Lowe's, get to the, there's a lot of restaurants today that dogs are cool around the beat. Get your dog and get going. Get your dog and take them there. Get your dog and go wherever it is that you need to go. Because that's what's going to be able to get you what it is that you're looking for. Not convincing a dog to sit and do all these weird foreign things. But by taking your dog with you and taking your dog places and getting your dog through the fears of the problems that it's facing. A lot of dogs have a huge issue with the front doors of getting into a department store. They got the air going, the sliding, the noises, it's weird. If you get that dog past that fear of getting through there, you're gonna watch your dog get into a better place instantly because it's gonna trust you. You're gonna say, it's doors, man, let's go, let's walk inside. You're gonna go inside, the dog's gonna be freaking out, you're gonna go inside and the dog's gonna be like, I'm still alive, it's okay. Yes, let's get going now. And then your dog's gonna say, oh, cool. Oh, cool. Well, the next thing I might be scared of, maybe I don't need to be scared of because I can trust you. I can trust you. And you're not gonna give enough treats to a dog to get them to respect you. I'm just gonna promise and guarantee you that because there's just no success with this still today. Find the success, get the success out there, and let's have a real discussion about that. Everything in theory sounds great, but real life, real applications, real everyone's families. Let's see the realness here. The realness that we can coexist with dogs on this planet. Because there's going to come time and a problem that not only just in other countries, they're banning a lot of breeds. It's going to come here in this country. They're going to start banning a lot of breeds because we as humans do not know how to coexist with them. We're creating savage beasts, which they initially are. But we're able to do something with them. Hey, Oreo, leave them alone. We're able to do something with them so that everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to be good with them. And that right there is a huge lesson, training tip right there I want to give. If you're telling your dog to do something and your other dog wants to come up and get in the mix of it, get the other dog the heck out of there. Because you're going to treat and create hostility between everything in the household. And that's where dog fights start. Because that dog's going to have to defend itself if I don't stick up for him. He's there because I told him to stay there. He's not there just because. So I cannot allow another animal to just come up to it. That's the number one thing I'm going to say. You got more than one dog in your house, that's the fight that's always going on. Because the one that's getting, say, picked on and getting pushed is got to defend itself. And then the other one's like, I'm going to fight back because you're defending yourself. And that's when it just turns into chaos. Get up and do something with your dogs. Hey, Johnny, get down. Okay, you can get up. Get up and do something. Make something happen. And that's how you're going to be able to get the dog that you're looking for. Thanks.